Today is Sunday, May 11th, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. And I wanted to give you a quick update. I think I'm going to combine this video with some video that we took the last time we were up prepping the garden. Hadn't had a chance to splice all that together, but we got a lot done with many hands this weekend. So I am currently standing in the northwest corner of the garden. If you can see that large post, that large wooden post there, that's where the garden ended last year. That was the northernmost corner, and we have expanded it. So last year the garden was 70 feet by 70 feet. The current garden is 70 feet by 180 feet. So are we crazy? Perhaps, but this is why the F not farm, and we expanded it because why the F not? There are a few additional reasons that we expanded it. One, we wanted to try corn this year, and we've planted a lot of corn. And also, this garden this year is going to be supporting 3 families. Ours, my mom, and my sister's family. My sister's daughter is graduating high school here in just a couple of weeks. And so their summer is jam-packed because her other daughter is getting married in September. So she and her husband Lance are doing lots of traveling, lots of taking care of business, and it would be very difficult for them to be able to maintain a garden on top of all of that, and work, and, you know, just life. So anyway, we expanded the garden, and we did some planting this weekend. Now today, got up, I think it was probably north of 90 degrees today, which is very warm. And we are expecting 89, 90 for the next 3 days up here at the farm. And then there's supposed to be some rain that's going to move through. We've got our fingers crossed because we really need the rain up in this area. And I think that Thursday it's supposed to rain. And then by Friday, I just looked at the weather forecast. It's expected to have a high of 49 degrees on Friday up here and an overnight low of 35. And then for about the next week, it's going to stay in the 50s and 60s during the daytime and cool off into the 40s overnight. So we brought up brassicas this weekend that we intended to put in the ground. Brassicas are your Brussels sprouts, your broccoli, cabbages, things like that, because they can withstand cooler temperatures. And today, again, was in excess of 90 degrees. The wind is blowing with gusts up to 30 miles an hour, and they would have gotten beaten to crap if we put them in the garden. In addition to that, we don't have our irrigation system completely up at this point, so it just made sense to plant some other things that are not tender little seedlings, in other words, direct sowing seeds into the garden, and then we'll address the seedlings next weekend and probably the weekend after. So anyway, I've talked enough. We've got 5 stakes here at the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each one of those is a row of potatoes, a 70-foot row of German butterball, which we've come to find is one of our favorite varieties. They save very well. They keep well. They are kind of a yellowish color, very creamy potato. So, yeah, we quite like those. So we used what we had left of the potatoes from last year's harvest. Most of them had started kind of growing little eyes and stuff, which is perfect for planting. So that's what we put in the ground there. Right here we have bodacious corn, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full rows of bodacious sweet corn. And here we have, pardon me, I need to back up. We actually have, hybrid, bodacious. I think I put the stakes on the wrong rows. Well, I have to come back and fix that. So we've got 4 rows of bodacious. Then we've got corn glass gem. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of that. And that's a popcorn. And it's a really pretty, the The kernels themselves are really, really pretty colors, so we figured we'd give that a shot. See how that goes in the garden for us this year. Next, we have more glass gem. That's another packet of glass gem. This is Early Sun Glow. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5 or 6 rows of that. That's another sweet corn variety. And then we step down here and we have, no, I screwed that up again. The last corn is, I believe, you know what? I don't know. I'm going to have to do my research and get back to you on what kinds of corn are out here. Because you know what? I'm tired and I've lost track. So anyway, that's the corn that we planted. Additional corn that actually we have rows all the way to here of corn. So I would venture to guess that what we have is potentially 70 feet by 70 feet of corn. So almost the entire size of last year's garden. Down on the other end where we have tarps, I wanted to break into the video to show you what fun it is to lay down these tarps. It really sucks. It's not a fun job. And if there's a wind out, that makes it even more unfun because, of course, as you can see here, the tarp blows all over the garden. And when you're holding on to one end of it and your spouse is holding on to the other and you think you're going to take off into the stratosphere, yeah, not much fun. So I wanted to share with you what the process looks like, and we will now return you back to regular programming. We planted in the gaps in the tarps. We planted pole beans, which we've got plenty of time over the next couple of weeks to come up and put the T-posts in and the fence for it to climb. And then we also planted sweet pea or shell peas and snow peas. So that's what we got for this weekend. Lots more work to do, but she's coming along. And it's going to be a big garden, and I hope that our biggest concerns are what to do with all the vegetables. Looking forward to sharing it with family and friends and selling it. Why not? Why the F not? So that's all we've got for this week. Until next time, take care.